Hello everybody, welcome to My Hero Academia chapter number 347 review. This chapter is titled Inflation. Now in the last chapter, number 346, we saw this battle arena that Shigaraki was going to have to fight in and how it was built very much to be against him. There was the floor that shot up to negate his decay quirk, and the rooftop electromagnetic barrier, which if he hits it, he stiffens up for a second. And we also saw that Monoma was here at this fighting stage to erase his quirk with the help of Aizawa and Manuel. But we also saw that Shigaraki has this hand thing going on, and it was spiraling out of control. And we see that here in the beginning of this chapter, where it has grown even more since the last one. And we see it's almost enveloping Bakugo as Bakugo just starts to yell, "Whoa, what the hell is this creepy crap?" as it attacks the tower that Best Genius was on and takes out a portion of the UA High School. And we go back over to where Monoma is sitting on the outside of this, and they're like, "Phantom Thief," and Monoma's like, "I'm still staring. Erasure is still in effect." And we see Edgeshot, and he goes, "It's not a quirk then. This is simple growth. Just my own body," Shigaraki proclaims. And he says, "The same way my hair or nails grow longer. The body must adapt to ever-evolving quirks. This new form that humanity acquires is the next step for a superpowered society, and in line with the singularity proposed by Garaki. You people who sweep it all under the rug and shy away from the inevitable future couldn't possibly comprehend." As we see, just his hand has just grown out of proportion. There's so many fingers just coming out of this hyper-generation itself. And we see Mirko, who got hit last time with this, is like, "I need some spares." As we obviously know, during the Hayanomu battle, during the Jaku Sir, the first war arc, she's like, "I need some spares." And we see there's some more prosthetic limbs that just pop out of the ground so she can grab them. And she grabs them, and she yells, "Dynamite! We formed this team to fight, so you better pull your act together." And Bakugo's like, "The name's Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite, and you got a lot of nerve lecturing me." And we see Mirko again, and she's like, "Huh, you're kind of sassy, aren't you?" And Bakugo's just like, "Oh yeah? You want some of this, bunny gal?" And Best Genius is over in the corner, and he's just like, "Stay focused. Your reply ought to be sure." And Mirko and Bakugo both go, "You want some too?" But then we cut back out to the whole Monoma, Aizawa, and Manuel thing, and Aizawa was like, "I know that you're good." And Monoma was like, "Sensei, I swear I'm doing it right. I haven't slipped up in any way." And he's just like, "Those hands, though." And then we see Mandalay, and she's like, "Eraser, Midoriya's making contact." And Eraser head just goes to like, "Midoriya? And where are you?" As Monoma's just going, "Damn it, Class A, what are you doing?" And Deku says, "I'm sorry, Himiko Toga nabbed me. I'm out on Okoto Island requesting a warp." As he starts screaming in the background. And Sun Eater's like, "We have to warp Midoriya back to us." And Deadshot's like, "But we can't. Monoma can only activate one copied quirk at a time. Switching from Erasure to Warp Gate to retrieve Midoriya would take about 10 seconds. Eraser, you've realized it, haven't you? Those innumerable growing, spreading hands, all of them are capable of activating his decay." As we see like an outside view of this, and we see that almost the entire stage is filled with these hands and fingers of Shigaraki's. And Shigaraki's thinking, the moment his eraser's undone, I can finish them off. And we see that Eraserhead's keeping his cool and saying, "Midoriya, sorry, but you've got to make it here on your own. Until then, we must all strive for victory." And Genius is all rallying all the heroes around him together, and they're all like, "Hell yeah." And We see Sun Eater's just sitting there going, sure, Genus. I mean, hell yeah. Then we cut to this other island, which is 200 kilometers offshore in the Pacific Ocean, Okuto Island. A southern island with wide shoals, gorgeous views of the ocean, and a number of resorts. But the crown jewel of this island is Otoko Aquarium, which attracts both domestic and international tourists. The aquarium director is none other than Kugo Sakamata, aka Gang Orca. As Gang Orca is just going, incoming! As we see some fish like Nomu, who are starting to attack. And we see some heroes that are like, did One for All just stuff even more quirks in them? And we see Gang Orca just saying, don't forget the escaped cons. Stay frosty, boys. As we didn't see one of the people from one of the filler episodes in My Hero, I forget their name, but they're like a sea captain, and it's a mate, I forget the names, but pretty much they're just saying, Froppy, you good? Yes. And Froppy's just like, yes, we are, but that shockwave carried away Uravni and Deku. And we see Uraraka talking to Deku, and she's like, what's Sensei say, Deku? And Deku's just like, I gotta get there on my own. Things must be pretty dicey if they can't even use the warp gate. And Uraraka's just like, then we better hurry. But then we see Toga coming up from behind and tries to stab Deku. And she's like, don't go, Izuku. I love you, so please don't go. And Uraraka's like, Toga. And Deku's just thinking, she came at me with a knife, and danger sense didn't trigger? It's not recognizing the threat she poses as actual danger. I can't believe someone like her really exists. That she's made this far in life. And Deku's just like, what exactly do you want from me? And Toga's just like, for you to be my boyfriend. And he's just thinking, that's because when she hurts people, she does so out of pure, genuine affection. And that's the end of the chapter. It was only 13 pages this week, which a little scary for Horikoshi's health and everything. But this is a chapter that happened. It's showing why they can't warp Deku back immediately, and it's showing some ideas of Deku having to confront Toga about what is to come. And that's really the essence of this chapter. Not a whole lot to it besides that. So yeah, let's see how it goes next time. And we see Deku's danger sense in trigger because of Toga. Oh boy, she loves him. What are we gonna do? So that's this chapter, My Hero Academia, chapter number 347. Thank you for watching, and this is Glowplasma231 out.